The room was quiet in a way that felt almost sacred, like the world itself was holding its breath. It was evening in Jerusalem, and the narrow streets outside were still alive with the sounds of Passover preparations, voices calling, sandals brushing against stone, the distant clatter of cooking. But inside the upper room, a small group of men gathered around a simple table. Oil lamps flickered softly, casting warm light across their faces. At the center sat Jesus. His followers, 12 men who had walked dusty roads with him, listened to his teachings and witnessed things they could barely explain, settled into their places. Some leaned close, eager and expectant. Others were quiet, sensing that something about this night felt different. Jesus looked around the table, his gaze steady and full of something deeper than words. Love, yes, but also a quiet sorrow. I have been very eager to share this meal with you, he said. They began to eat, the familiar rituals of the Passover meal grounding them. Bread was passed, cups were poured. For a moment, it almost felt like any other gathering they had shared. Then Jesus did something unexpected. He stood up, removed his outer robe, and wrapped a towel around his waist. The room fell silent as he poured water into a basin. One by one, he began to wash their feet. The disciples shifted uncomfortably. This was the work of a servant, someone of the lowest status. Yet here was their teacher, their leader, kneeling before them. When he came to Peter, Peter pulled back.
"You will never wash my feet,"
he said, startled and uneasy. Jesus looked up at him gently.
"If I do not wash you, you have no part with me."
Peter hesitated, then relented, though not without his usual intensity.
"Then not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well."
A faint smile crossed Jesus' face.
"Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. You are clean, though not every one of you."
Some of them exchanged glances at that last sentence, unsure what he meant. When he finished, Jesus returned to his place.
"Do you understand what I have done for you?"
He asked. "I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you.
Serve one another."
The words settled heavily in the room. As the meal continued, Jesus took a piece of bread. He gave thanks, then broke it, the soft sound echoing in the quiet space. "Take this," he said, handing it to them. "This is my body, given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." They accepted the bread, puzzled but obedient. Then he took a cup of wine, lifted it, and gave thanks again.
"This is my blood, the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins."
The disciples listened, not fully understanding, but sensing the weight of his words. And then the atmosphere shifted. Jesus grew solemn.
"Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me."
The room erupted into confusion. "Surely not I," one asked. "Is it me?" Another said. Their voices overlapped, anxiety rising like a storm. Each of them searched their own heart, wondering how such a thing could be possible. Judas sat among them, quiet. Jesus spoke again, more softly now.
"The one who dips his hand into the bowl with me, betray me."
Moments later, Judas did just that. Their eyes met briefly. Jesus is filled with sorrow. Judas is unreadable. "What you are about to do," Jesus said quietly, "do quickly." Judas stood and left the room. The door closed behind him with a soft thud. No one fully understood what had just happened. The night seemed darker after he left. Still, Jesus continued speaking, as if time itself were running short. "My children," he said, his voice gentle, "I will be with you only a little longer." A heavy silence followed. "Where I am going, you cannot come." The words felt like a goodbye, though none of them wanted to believe it. Peter leaned forward.
"Lord, where are you going?"
"Where I am going, you cannot follow now," Jesus replied, "but you will follow later." Peter's brow furrowed. "Why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." Jesus looked at him with a mixture of affection and sadness.
"Really lay down your life for me?"
Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times.
Peter's face fell, but he said nothing. Then Jesus spoke words that would echo through generations.
"A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another."
The simplicity of it stood in contrast to the complexity of everything else that had been said that night. Love, not power, not status, not fear, love. He went on to comfort them, sensing their troubled hearts.
"Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. trust also in me.
The disciples listened closely now, holding on to every word. Outside, the city continued its restless motion, unaware that history itself was unfolding in that quiet room. Inside, the air felt heavy with meaning. Jesus spoke of things they could not yet fully grasp, of sacrifice, of departure, of a future that would change everything. Yet beneath it all was a steady thread of hope. The meal eventually came to an end. The bread was gone. The cups were empty. The lamps burned lower. But something had changed. This was no ordinary meal. It was a moment that would be remembered for centuries, not because of the food or the setting, but because of what it revealed. Humility in the washing of feet, sacrifice in the breaking of bread, and love in its purest form. As they prepared to leave, the disciples likely felt a mix of confusion, fear, and devotion. They didn't yet understand the full weight of what was about to happen, but they would. And when they did, they would look back on this night, the Last Supper, as the moment everything began to make sense. A quiet evening, a simple meal, a profound message, and a love that would change the world.